Hey everyone, you're listening to Amodini, your way to happiness with me, Subhashini Murali. Every day, people from far off places came to listen to the satsang of Sant Kabir. One day, after the satsang, everyone left, but a man was still sitting. He came near Kabir and said,
Kabirji, I have come here to ask you something. I'm a householder and always get in fight with my wife. I want to know why I have so much trouble with her and how can I resolve my marital conflicts.
Sant Kabir kept quiet for a while. Then he called his wife.
Bring me a lighted lantern,
He said. Kabir's wife went in and brought back a lighted lantern. The man was surprised to see this and thought to himself,
why had he asked for a lighted lantern in such an afternoon?
After a while, Kabir again called his wife and said,
Listen, bring me some sweets.
This time, instead of something sweet, his wife came back with some snacks and gave it to Kabir. Seeing this, the man thought,
Are they lunatics? Or is Kabir playing with me? His wife brings salty snacks when asked for sweets, and he asks for a lantern in daytime. Strange.
With a disappointed look on his face, the man gets up.
Kabirji, I am leaving.
Kabir politely asks him,
Is your problem solved? Or is there anything more you need to ask?
The man replied,
Solution? What kind of a solution is this? I couldn't understand.
Now, Kabir replied,
When I asked for a lighted lantern, my wife could have said, Are you crazy? Why do you need a lantern in the afternoon? But she thought I might need it for some work, so she brought it without saying a word. When I suddenly asked for sweets, probably there was no sweet in the house. That's why she might have brought salty snacks. I understood that and didn't say anything.
Kabir continued,
What is there to dispute about? When we trust each other, we save ourselves from getting into quarrel.
The man now understood the secret of avoiding conflicts. No matter how diplomatic you are or how calm your spouse's demeanor is, arguments and conflicts still happen, isn't it? But why do we fight? We agree that men and women are built differently, psychologically, emotionally, and physiologically. But we cannot deny expectations, commitment, and some amount of equality in a relationship. I remember Osho's words, a woman is to be loved, not understood. So, the first step to understanding is love. When you give your heart, body, and soul to an individual, it's natural that you expect something similar from them. Sacrificing one's needs, lack of mutual respect, and non expression of love in a relationship leads to all disappointments. You may still have a relationship, but it would be devoid of fulfillment and joy. I am neither a counselor nor a psychologist, but as a keen observer of life and relationships, I would suggest rather than following some lofty philosophy, let's deal with marital conflicts practically. It's quite common in households that one person is always more attached than the other. Both the partners may have similar job, salary, and hobbies, but one person may tend to be more attached to the other. They may even love each other differently. And when you love, you care naturally. Out of such care, sometimes arises possessiveness and caution. Give each other the personal space they need. But you need not accept everything in the name of setting the other person free. Second, when one of you is more expressive than the other, it's obvious that you want the other person to speak up, express more, to share each and everything with you. When your partner doesn't, you feel unappreciated. For instance, if you are a wife who dresses up expecting your husband to offer a compliment, but if he is not expressive like you, he may not utter a word. How do I look? You may even prompt a reply. He may offer a customary compliment after a few fights, which destroys your peace of mind. But accepting the truth that he is not expressive type and that his radical behavior will not change makes your life easy. It doesn't mean that he has lost interest in you, but offering compliments doesn't come to him naturally. And when you try to understand this perspective, you won't fight. Third, when a conflict erupts, take a step back and ask yourself what you're contributing to the conflict. Most of the times, we blame each other. Instead, be willing to take responsibility of your faults. Admit it, apologize, and move toward a resolution. When both of you are willing to do this, it can change the whole tone and direction of the conversation. Lastly, during a conflict, put off your views to the side temporarily and listen carefully to the concern of your spouse. This easily deactivates their defensive posture, and eventually they reciprocate the same attentiveness when you explain your views. A successful relationship is not about perfection. We do not work in a perfect environment. We do not live in a perfect world. We do not eat perfect food. And most importantly, we aren't perfect either. Then why do we expect a perfect relationship? If there is a mismatch, both of you acknowledge it and willingly work towards fixing it. As couples, don't get tangled under the weight of your egos. Try to reach a logical and emotional resolve of the issue, because most of the conflicts aren't intentional but circumstantial. Marriage is not about being right, it's about just being there for each other. Marriage is about loving together, growing together, exploring together, working together, and trying together. Being lovers at heart would help you ignore others' shortcomings, and being friends at mind would help you experience equality and strengthen your trust for each other. Compassion is the highest secret for a successful relationship, and the basis of compassion is forgiveness. When we forgive each other, we complement each other. Hope you liked this episode. Share it with your family and friends, and let me know your comments on my Amodini Instagram page, or write to me at amodinibysuba@gmail.com. For your daily dose of motivation, don't forget to follow Amodini, your way to happiness. See you in the next episode of Amodini. Till then, be compassionate, stay happy.